color, that's the gold.
Wow. Go ahead and
That brick
shine that.
right up there seems to have quite a bit of it in there.
You can see the specks. It's all in it. That's so awesome. I love brick. I used to do tile and marble, stonework and stuff for pools, and yeah. I lived in Ireland for a while, and me and my pop, we laid our floors, but our little cottage was all brick and stuff, so.
Well, these walls here are 1 foot thick. You can see the thickness here. But the exterior walls are 2 feet thick.
Wow.
And if you look out and see how tall the ceiling is out there, it doesn't look like there's enough room for an attic up there. But there is. That's where we keep all of our
Yeah, I'm just
extra
like
stuff.
looking at the old wood. I mean, just imagine how old that wood is.
It's over 100 years old. And you're not going to find native pine that big anymore.
No, you don't. We lived in my pop was an architect, and
It's mortise and tenon. You can see the.
we got to I got to go to school in Stockbridge. My pop built the new Alice's restaurant in the '70s, and we lived in the old Alice's restaurant in Housatonic. So I love just the old. I think I came from that time period, you know. It's just the wood, the artwork. I really
The time they
appreciate.
took to make things and. how
I've
nice
watched
it
my
was.
pop do things by hand, you know, with wood, you know. It's just insane, and I do appreciate it just from watching him. He had made that, like that desk you have out there, he had made me one with his, what do you call it? It was his table that he used for doing his architecture and all his drawings. And it was like a big, huge school desk, and it had my name on it and stuff, but somebody took it, so.
That's a
I got
shame.
that when I was like 3 years old. And had it till I was like 20-something. Just disappeared. But oh my God, this is amazing.
Would you like to see how the gold looks like when it comes right out of the ground?
Oh yeah. I'm actually, I pulled into, or I drove my 91-year-old roommate up to see his daughter because she was going through a depression and she wasn't coming out, and he was worried. And I can't have him worried at 91 years old. It's not going to be good. So we got in the car yesterday afternoon and just drove up here.
From where?
Sarasota, Florida.
Okay.
I keep getting the two sides mixed up because I lived on both sides. But yeah, so we drove him up, dropped him off at like 10:30, and then they were at my hotel. They got me the Best Western on the mountain in LJ.
Oh,
And then this morning I did the winding road. Oh, the foliage was just amazing. And I saw a bunch of pieces of property for sale. And so would any of these mountains have gold in it, in the rivers and
pretty much. We are in a gold belt right here. The gold belt it's about 10 miles wide, but there are several of them. There's a map of them downstairs on the wall, so you'll be able to see. But in that gold belt, or in that region, there's been quite a few instances of where gold has been discovered.
Oh, wonderful. It hasn't all been found yet.
They expect that they probably got about 30% of the gold, and 70% is still down there and around in the area. But it's just too tough to get to.
Most of the time.
Yeah, or you're on somebody else's property.
Right.
But this is the way the gold looks.
So how many hidden areas do you have? Because like when I lived in Canandaigua where I was born, we had a 14-bedroom house that we took care of the military veterans and stuff because my grandfather was military. And they would give me their stuff to hide in little secret hiding spots that I only would fit in.
Mm-hmm.
So I know like these old places have like lots of like hidden tunnels and.
Uh-huh. Well, there's no basement in this building.
Really?
There's no basement. And so the only place that there really is anything is the attic, and sometimes well, the fireplaces, there's no real hiding in those anymore.
Yeah. Usually they have like a door where you can go from a bookcase.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, is this like an original desk?
Yes.
I bet you it has a hidden compartment like the president's. Have you ever thought of that?
I haven't thought of looking for it.
Now you do.
Uh-huh. But that's the goal. That's how it looks.
Wow. Did I bring my regular guy?
And here in Georgia, in this gold belt, the only place that you find this gold is in the quartz veins. Nowhere else. And you can see that it's precipitated out along the edges.
Mm-hmm. So how much gold do you actually think is in this bar right here?
In this rock right here, maybe an ounce or two. Which is pretty good.
Yeah, that's worth a lot of money right there. And it keeps going up every day.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't be having that out. No, that's beautiful that you have it out to show people.
Yeah, yeah. People aren't going to take it. I mean,
No, it's
they're
history.
not. In order to get the gold out of here, that's going to be too much work for the person that wants to steal the rock.
No, it's gorgeous. I wouldn't destroy the rock, period.
Yeah. Well, if you want the gold out, to you,
No, you can't,
the rest
you
of the rock
can't do
is
that
just
to the rock.
the rest of the rock is
It's
just
But still, the beauty of the rock per se, you don't want to take that and destroy it, because
well, to be honest,
that to me is worth more than just the price of gold.
I do like the gold in the matrix. It
Yeah,
looks
it
pretty.
just makes it so, like, I've never seen anything like it. It's so unique. So why would you destroy something so unique and precious?
If there's a lot of it out there, it's not so unique anymore.
Well, for me, I've only seen one, so to me it is very unique.
Yes, yes it is. Yes it is.
Oh, no, my favorite is that pewter?
Down there, I don't know. I don't know if that's pewter or not. Some of it is, but I'm not sure if all of it is.
See, I collect that kind of stuff. I have a bunch of like these.
Yeah.
That is cool. Now, what would they use that for? Shots?
Probably. Can't see what it says along there.
I can't see without my glasses. Dude. That is so cool.
They're slightly different.
Those are some old playing cards. But I have a bunch of these, but Steins. I collect any kind of like pewter and.
I bet this is definitely pewter.
Yeah, that looks it for sure. It would have a stamp on it though. But it looks old.
Mm-hmm.
What is this?
That is galena lead. I have that up here in order to explain to people how dense and heavy gold really is. If this being galena lead, if you take a cubic centimeter of it, or about the size of a sugar cube, and you weighed that, it would weigh 7.6 grams. So they say, well, the specific gravity of this is 7.6. If this was a piece of gold, and you took that same cubic centimeter of material and weighed it, it would weigh 19.3 grams, which means that if this was a piece of gold, it would weigh 2.5 times heavier than this right here.
Wow.
Here, hold your hands out, and I'm not gonna let go of